3D, let's talk about it. Acrylic nail art tutorial by Hotpinkzebrapolish.
Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to be showing you a really cute little Mexico themed design that says let's taco about it, which I think is just a cute little pun. As you all know, I love puns, and I just wanted to show you this amazing little ruin that is on the hotel property that we've been staying at, and Melody's cute little dress that we picked up. So I hope you guys like this design, and if you're interested on a little bit more about our trip and to see a couple cute little pictures of this little girl and her son and fun, there will be a Melody Minute at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that, and don't forget to click subscribe to see all my future videos as well.
So I'm going to begin with a layer of pale green in the background, just like so. Very thin, so I know some people have mentioned my acrylic application sometimes and how I can brush it, where a lot of people, they can't. When I do these color acrylic background layers, they're super, super thin, and the acrylic is fairly wet. I'm applying it just for the color, not to build it up at all. It's more my process, but everybody's got their different techniques and their different methods, and so then I encased it with a layer of clear acrylic, and now I'm going to be filing it into shape. So I start out with a pretty coarse bit to remove any bulk, and then I'm going to go through with a finer bit and just smooth out the surface texture. And I know, like, back to that acrylic application, the color acrylic, Tony's Nails, very, very popular. He applies his acrylic in a different consistency and then just does the color acrylic and doesn't do that layer of clear, which is, again, everybody's got their own process. I prefer the appearance of a layer of clear acrylic on top of the color, so that's why I do it that way, but there's really no right and wrong. I also think they get a little bit stronger with a little bit of clear on them, but it just depends on the person. So now I'm going to be, first with a gold color, I sculpted the back of my taco shell onto the nail, and then on a nail form backing, same gold color, I sculpted the front of the taco shell on that, and then I'm just leaving that to the side for a moment. Then with a bronze and brown mix of acrylic, which I don't actually think was necessary in the end, but that is what I did. I think you could just pick one and stick with it. I added my taco meat layer, and then after that is set for just a little bit, I started poking at the end that's going to show, or the ends that are going to show, with a little floss pick. So I just dipped that into some clear acrylic to make sure it won't stick, and then just poked it repeatedly over and over again, sort of like some kind of evil, I don't know, it's kind of mean seeming. Anyways, then take your partially set taco front half. As you can see, it wasn't 100%, so just kind of keep working at this, and by the time you're done with your meat, your taco shell should be about perfect. Take that off the nail form backing, set that on top of there just like so, and then you're going to need to connect part one with part two. So you're going to have to add some more of that gold color acrylic to the bottom of your taco shell, otherwise all your meat would fall out. You need to have a U-shaped taco shell here. So add the bottom and just kind of connect that as best as you can. I know that this color of mine is not fully opaque. It's a little bit, I don't know, like a jelly color kind of. So some of that meat does show through, and it's a little bit weird looking at the bottom in one place, but who's going to really look at the bottom? You don't usually flip the nail up and look at it at that angle, so you should be fine. So then dip a brush into some gel top coat or gel sealer and dip that into some green mylar flakes. Apply that inside your taco, and this is for your lettuce. After you have all of your lettuce, go ahead and cure that. So this is the great way that I did this, is that you just have to do glitter besides the meat for all the toppings. After you cure that, dip your brush into some more of that clear, and then go ahead and grab some red little hexagon glitter for tomatoes, repeat it once again, and grab gold bar glitter for cheese. So with all those different colors of glitter and different shapes of glitter in there, it makes the perfect little taco toppings. So I'm taking some black paint, and I'm going to very lightly outline around the outside. This is mostly because, like I said, my warm gold color acrylic isn't fully opaque, so it doesn't have that sharp, crisp edge where you can see the start and top of it so well. Then I'm going to highlight the top or the front of my taco with a little bit of diluted white paint. That's also going to give it a little bit more of that taco texture if you don't apply it very smooth, if you just kind of roughly apply it. Then with some diluted black paint, I just kind of shaded my meat a little bit. So now with black paint, I'm going to write "Let's Taco" above my taco, starting out with the taco. And so I put the C just a little bit off center, put the O after it, write my A, just like that, and then add my T in the front. I love this font that I use. I think it's very kind of, I don't know, just very casual and is very appropriate for this pun. And then above that, write "Let's." And when I did "Let's," make sure it's fairly small. You don't want it to, obviously you don't have much space there, but you also want taco to be the word that really sticks out when you look at this nail. You don't want it to have, all these words you want taco to be emphasized. Then underneath your taco, write Bout, so B-O-U-T, and put an apostrophe before B so you can tell that it's missing something there. And then finish it off with it. I think it was my cousin. I've got a cousin who's 10, and I think she was wearing a shirt that said "Let's talk about it," which is where this idea came from. People ask me where I get my ideas all the time, and it's usually stuff like that. I just see something and I think, oh, that'd be really cute on a nail, and then I write it down and I do it like a year later. But I write all these things down and then I go through my list and I'm like, what do I feel like doing today? So then I highlighted the word taco with some green and some white, apply some gel sealer to the background, some matte top coat to the front of your taco, and you are all done. Don't apply any matte top coat to your glitter. You want to make sure that that stays sparkly. And then here's some of those little photos I showed you. This is actually from our first day. Melody got so excited and then she just crashed on her daddy's chest. This is her in a really cute little jeans outfit. Her and I hanging out in a hammock. Don't ask about my face. I don't know what the deal is with that. Her and daddy just hanging out in a cabana thing, or a gazebo, I suppose. Here is so my family, every time we've taken a vacation, my dad insists on taking a group selfie, so that's what that was. And then the last one was Melody with a monkey on our deck. And here's some more of her just being goofy. So I hope you guys like this design and our cute little pictures. Please share any recreations with me on Facebook or Instagram. I'd love to see them, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!